God is omnipotent. God is omniscient. I had this conversation with my bonus mom, one of my bonus moms, a couple days ago, day before yesterday, about God not knowing what choice that we decide to take. You know, we have these different paths. We have this end goal, you know, as a Christian, as a follower of Christ, one who has a relationship with Jesus Christ, the God, the Father, the Holy Spirit. We have this end goal of heaven. Now, there are multiple ways possibly to get there, multiple paths in our lives to possibly get there, the avenue to direct ourselves. But I honestly believe that we take the path that we're supposed to take because there's lessons on that path for us to learn that we otherwise would not have the chance or the opportunity to learn from if we didn't take that path. That path being the roughest one, you know, the path that has nobody else on it. The path that when you just feel like you're all alone. The path that is just full of destruction and drugs and immorality. If you're on one of those paths, it's to teach you lesson or lessons. But what she was trying to say is we can basically throw God a curveball. We can stump him and be like, oh, and he's like, well, I didn't think you were going to take that path. In my opinion, he knows what path we're going to take. He's omnipotent. He's all-powerful. He's omniscient. He's all-knowing. All-knowing. Well, if he's all-knowing, then he knows, just as it says, he knows the ending from the beginning. So if that being said, he knows what path we're going to take. Yes, we have free will. He gives us that free will. What my bonus mom was saying, well, if there's free will and he knows what your path you're going to take, then is it really free will? Well, God's not telling us what path to take. Now, the devil, on the other hand, he will want to try to tell you what path to take. He will make suggestions on, hey, go that route. It's all right. Just like he told Adam and Eve in the Garden of Good and Evil. He says, you can eat of that tree. It's not going to hurt you. But God gives you that free will. Are you really going to do that? Are you really going to disobey God and his command? Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't. A lot of times we don't even know what it is that we're supposed to be doing. But in my belief, for example, you're at a crossroads and you can go this way, you can go to the left, you can go forward, you can go right. Now you're having to make a choice. This is where praying and asking for the Holy Spirit for guidance to know which direction that you should go. When you're in that state of mind, you have a better chance, you have a better percentage of taking the right route than as opposed to doing your own free will and going whatever route that you want to choose. But at the same time, if you do not pray, you do not have that relationship with Christ, and you decide, I'm going to take this path that's going to lead me into self-pleasure and to fulfilling the desires of my flesh, well, that is going to be your path, and you're going to learn lessons. You may not learn it right then and there, but when you get to the end of that temporary pleasure, you're going to look back and be like, what was this all worth? So at some point, God's going to nudge you back to him. He's going to show you his wrath. He's going to show you his mercy, his grace that's over ever bounding. That's what happened to a sinner like me. I was lost. I was making my own choices, doing my own free will, living in the land of fleshly desires, immoral, drunk, alcoholic, having sex with women, doing it all. When he put fitness into my life, I thought fitness was coming into my life so I could have abs, so I could have muscles, so I could be healthier. Did not know that it was going to lead to a spiritual health, a spiritual rebirth, which is what happened. I started fitness in 2009, 2010. It was not until 2021, 11 years later, where I picked up the Bible. But if it wasn't for God having that fitness in my life, making that choice, when I wasn't even having a relationship with Christ in 2009 and 2010. In 2010, when I made that purchase for that at-home workout program, God was in my life, even though I was not in God's life. And He saved me through that avenue. My parents were getting divorced. I was getting heavy into drug use, into alcohol use and abuse. God saved my life through fitness. It's what brought me back to Him. So God has a plan and a purpose for all of our lives. To say He's not all-knowing, that He's not omniscient, that He doesn't know what path you're going to take, is false. He lets you have free will. But He also knows that you're going to go down that path. And He knows that down that path, there's going to be something that opens your eyes and opens your ears to the good word and to the good love of God that is ever-flowing, that is eternal. That's my message for today. Don't lose out on hope. Don't lose out on faith. It will win. Hard times, they shall pass. God only gives toughest battles to His toughest soldiers. Everybody's a tough soldier. Because when you come to God, when you come to Christ, life doesn't get easier. You're just able to understand it better. That's it. Peace.